We're saying it though. Is it on?
It was gonna be at the it was gonna be at the end of the page.
Perfect.
So, but yeah, but we can literally just smooth that in whenever they wrap up.
Cool.
So that's not a problem. Not a problem.
Yeah.
Speaking out loud. Good evening, good people that are here. We are back on the
All the
grind
humans. All the humans.
again.
All right.
So
So we got our chance. Genesis. Omar and Genesis. Go in. Go in. Let's see. Got it. So let's see the transition. If this is our establishing, we got dialogue happening throughout the page. Gene is explaining. Wish we can have like James Bond music. That'd be good. But
you know what? It's okay. We can play the notes, and then people that know music, they can dun 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 dun.
Right. All in the middle right there, man. It's good stuff.
But yeah,
got...
I like, man. Wow, you're good, man. I hate to say it on a Friday, and then you're gonna go all weekend thinking I'm so cool. But
come on, man, I've never thought that. I always think the opposite. Right, we'll make a cool building if everything is going down.
And then it really flows because even though 12 and 13 aren't like a double spread, like that theme, the theme will still be there. And then the page turner, like a page turner at the end of 13, which is something cool to talk about for like comic, like comic fans and stuff.
Right.
You know, they call them page turners. So your odd page is, usually the last page before you turn over. And in that page, it's good to. It doesn't always have to be, like these super crazy, cliffhanger type things.
Right.
But it always should be some stuff to where people feel like, oh, I got to turn the page and go to the next, go see what's happening next. So Al is now an official Tuskegee. he's been here like every night.
Nice. What's up on YouTube? What's going on, Bryant Powell? What's up, man? Good to see you. Welcome in. Y'all come on in, sign some more. We drawing. For those that are just jumping in, I can show. I was showing this page. This is what I finished from yesterday. I think I ended on panel 4. So we got in some more of this call dialogue. You see the little shadowy word balloons. That's where those are going to be floating throughout. We got Omar in his seat. We got Gina on the screen.
That's a dope panel right there too.
Right, we got enough room to keep that in. I got like little panels that I don't technically look forward to making look real, but it all comes together. And then we got Omar tapping in coordinates, getting a little update on where they gotta go. You feel me? And then we got the ships. We got the jets up top. I had to recolor them, but it was easy. So and they still look good. These were easily found. I've drawn these doggone jets so many times, man. I was like, I know I got all the trajectories already drawn. I'm not gonna have to.
Right. Yeah. Oh, also, I don't have my normal setup today, so I'm not gonna be able to check YouTube. I can check what's going on everywhere else.
That's cool. I can make sure.
Yeah, I'm just. What's going on, Holloway Ventures? Where are we gonna see you? What's the next convention you're gonna be at? And Al's saying he's working on his 3rd novel. He does spell check while watching us. That's cool. Spell check. As a kid who is like a great speller, I hate copy editing. It seems like I wouldn't. I if it's somebody else's stuff, I'm okay. I hate copy editing my own stuff because I found the glitch in my brain, which is I know I can spell, I know how I meant to spell
Mm, mm, mm.
it, but I accidentally spelled it wrong.
Okay.
So yeah, he said he was educated at Alabama. Don't worry though. But you were educated at a time where they still were caring about educating people more than they do now, man.
Right.
I like uh, said Holloway said he's gonna swing by BlurCon, but yeah, we'll be at DreamCon. Yes, this will be our. Is this the? This is gonna be the. This is the fourth year in a row we've been at DreamCon.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So yes, we
They
will
go.
be
They go
there.
by so fast.
Yeah,
All right. So here's
they
the
really
trick.
do.
I want
Nah, I don't
this
want no
to. I want
tricks.
this to spill over right into page 12. This is we're on page. Oh, I forgot the numbers. My bad. Oh, I didn't write the numbers on this. This is wait. Okay, yeah. 10 was here. It's 10.
Oh God, like
11. 12.
my brain is like short down.
14. All right, cool. So I'm thinking there's a cool way to do this where we're showing progression
Mm-hmm.
of them infiltrating. Because we just kind of have them talking over the instructions. But if this spills over into page 12, right,
Mm-hmm.
then that means we can, get back to thing. I'm sorry, this is 13. That looks like a 12. 13.
Man, this man
Um,
up here.
you see what I'm saying? So what we can do, right,
Mm-hmm.
is have progression. So let's say Jen, who we say Jen and who? No, Ayana
So,
and Slip. No,
so uh,
Omar and
Omar
Genesis.
and Genesis are going in.
Right. So
Um,
that could be like two different panels to
yeah.
show like they're hitting the ground. You know, they're on the ground. Ooh, that's a good shot. Hold on, that's a good shot. 1 second, 1 second. Because if we're showing this, but we don't show how they're getting in,
Mm-hmm.
a cool thing to show. God, man, I don't watch way too much anime. Is
Mm-hmm.
you see Genesis and Omar, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're landing, you know, real ninja like, real cool, like they just, plop down. You don't know where they came from, but they, hit the ground with a, you know, they just on the ground ready to go, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
we see them, making their way, just kind of lock it in. They both kind of land, and
Mm-hmm.
you see them. Oh, this is a cool shot. Trust me, it's a cool shot. You see them. You see them actually making. Let me see if I can get the camera to act right now. So you
I'm gonna
see.
answer one of these. So, Holloway Ventures is asking, "How's the book coming?" It's good. As you can see, we're on page 12. And all the pages before have all been completed. We've been showing them, and we're sending them off to the colorist. He's returning them, looking good, looking good. So
Right.
it's all been good, man. We have like a kind of a hard date. We're trying to get these books mailed out to people by like the second week of April. So yeah, but we're looking good right now. We do have a convention coming up, and it's gonna put us on I guess vacate. It's not really vacation, but we'll be having a temporary leave for a couple of days, and then
Small
we'll get back
hiatus.
on
Yeah,
it.
small
Yeah,
hiatus would be,
there you go. And Al, yes, they do transform. Uh, so uh, if you've seen like pretty much all the issues we've shown, at least one mech transforming. So that is something we're excited about. Oh, you're not doing the feats, is you?
I'm doing the back, well, it's like a bug's eye view. You know what I'm talking about? Where they running, getting in there. Boy, it's gonna be cool, man.
oh,
That's gonna be cool,
oh, that's
right?
cold.
So you'll see both of them making their way, right? Making their way downtown. But
Mm-hmm.
they in ninja style. They real, they real stuffy with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotta get reference for this. You know where I can get good reference for this? Track people like
Yeah.
running off the actual lines because I want to make that feel, you know, like you want to
Mm,
feel that run, you know,
gotcha.
make it feel
See, I
right,
don't have my normal setup. I could be grabbing the images for you.
right.
Please forgive me.
It's it's this kind of stuff where you when it hits you, you know, you got to at least document what's going on, and then I be like, oh, that's
Mm.
right, that right.
Sorry.
Definitely, I see it.
And for everybody on, if you don't know, we do have a pre-order going right now,
Mm-hmm.
and we're just doing it on the website. You go to TuskegeeAirs.com.
Right.
We actually have some packages, like different packages, so that go all the way up to T-shirts and posters and decals, all kinds of stuff. Um, where we have two separate covers and for issue 5, and we're also releasing a side storybook called Timelines, which will have a couple of short stories that just do more character development of characters that we haven't seen as much of. The
Right.
first installment, anyway, but we got like a lot of cool ideas for Timelines as well.
Right.
So if you're interested, just go to the website, pre-order. We talked about it. Like the pre-order thing is really is valuable, especially for like indie publishers, because we don't like. I had a couple of people reach out to me asking about doing like an activation, like we launch and do like a party, and they want to help with that, and I'm like, well, we got to get the pre-orders up, right? Because you know the people who order like online are going to get their books first. Are those fingers? Is that what you do? Fingers?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so if you can, if you're interested, pre-order. I know a lot of people like to wait until the book is here, but what could possibly end up happening is we get the books and we got to ship those out and sell them, and then the ones that we do have left, they'll sell out really quick. So if you can, jump in and grab them,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll sign them when we see you, all that
Right.
good stuff.
Right. It's not just for the sake of trying to, sell them in advance. That's the concept is we have to print them out
Yeah.
based on the demand, and obviously we're going to be going to shows as well, selling these. So
Mm-hmm.
we're going to print as much as we can. Definitely, use for our own inventory, but as well as getting enough for the demand is really important. So if you guys are, you need it in your life, you seeing this, you see that it's not. If this is something you want on your shelf at home,
Mm-hmm.
or you just want to, uh, support the project, go ahead, get that in early. Oh man, part of me says they should have weapons in hand. They don't know what they're gonna get into, so they should
Oh yeah,
probably
definitely.
just be ready. Weapons ready is what I would call that. Have them ready, land it. You know, try not to put too much time in this. All right, so problem, guys, is my daughter is at work today.
Ah. So how long you
But
got?
I'm gonna put it right up. She's I've already texted her. She's gonna be getting off a little bit later than 10, so maybe 10:20. So as long as I
Okay.
get, we're gonna get all this in. I'm excited with this concept. So we're gonna have dialogue happening, probably.
Off panel
Yeah,
right
just
there. Yeah.
stuff happening. We got maybe so Genesis would have her crossbow. Red go pop it out like that. So I didn't show it yet, but and I don't even think we've talked about this in any capacity in a while. So her crossbow actually
Mm-hmm.
comes as one big, it's one until
Mm-hmm.
she splits it down the middle, and then they actually fold it. They actually come into two. I designed the weapon, and I forgot that was the functionality until I started looking at it. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, no, that's
Is that
a cool
latch
thing.
supposed to be there? Is that what I was talking about? dang, that's a dope idea. That's pretty good. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's what it was. It's been a long time, guys. I designed these weapons back in 2016, and they haven't shown up in the comic until this one. As far as them using it, so I didn't
Right,
even get
right,
to
right.
show that. I didn't show that functionality yet. And still, there's functionality with their weapons that we haven't really broken down story wise. Like we haven't shown them practicing with
Haven't
them.
shown
Yeah,
the
so there's little elements
practicality.
and
Yeah.
intricacies, which is cool because that gives us some room later on.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? To be like, okay, well, you know, kids are still understanding their weapons, but we break it down for the reader. You know, the reader actually gets that function out, and that's really the anime way to do it. You know, Japanese way of doing things, and that's
Kelly out here talking about, did he say excited?
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
you know that we are idiots.
Come on, man.
So don't play
If you
with
don't
us.
make up words throughout
What are we
your day,
doing?
man, like what's the point? You
What
know?
are we even doing? Jamie, what up, Jamie, Rochelle? One of my partners on Bridges, the Bridges comic book.
What
He
up? What
asked,
up?
"Are we working on a book live?" Yes, we
That
are.
is exactly what's happening, and I'm not gonna
And
stop until
can't stop,
y'all.
won't stop.
You know what I'm saying? Until y'all throw me out. You know, when that happens, then I'll stop. But until then, so I like this. I like the point of showing the actual sketch process. So
Yeah,
sometimes I get it before the actual live. Sometimes I like to show how this gets built, how the cake is, how the sausage is made, so to speak. So that way it is not magic. You know, these things are sometimes just literally talk through. So me and Greg usually sit down at a cafe or whatever, and we'll go through the script. And I'm doing this while we're actually sitting down. So it's ooh, wait a minute, he got to do a ninja. He got to do a ninja drop. Hold on. Wait a minute, I forgot that he has the he has his commas. Wait. So he's got those ready to go.
I
Yeah.
think I'm kind of anticipating what this is gonna be because I got an idea. Right, I just yeah, and this is not an act. Like this is us all the time. Like we get excited.
Right.
Uh, I think it's cool to show because we always talk about our process
Right.
versus like the regular
Traditional.
standard process,
Mm-hmm.
and but this is really how it goes. Like in the midst of us coming, like going through what's supposed to be on the page,
Right.
and then we go into this mode, which is kind of like the fine tuning,
Right.
um, and it's just fun because it's like where like so there's a skeleton for what's supposed to happen on these pages,
Right.
but then like it's always like, ooh, but what if we did this? Ooh, it's a really cool, it's a
Right.
fun process. I wish people would pay us lots of money to do this because life would be so good, man. Like,
It's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen
oh,
eventually.
we've been saying that for 30.
Yeah.
I'm running out of spots to have black in my beard.
Come on,
Um,
man. It's gonna happen. And all of a sudden, 15 years later,
You're gonna be walking in with canes. Put that
right,
down. Let's get to work now.
right. R2F2, come here. Pick up this box. It is what it is, man.
Oh, I can say this. Uh, so I sent copies of. So there's a comic shop, a new black-owned comic shop in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of new. It's called the Comic Den. That comic shop show I think gets shot there as well. And so I met the dude in when I was out there in San Diego recently. His name is Joe. Really cool cat. We were on a panel together, and we talked it through. So I went ahead and got him some books sent out, and he received them, and they are now on the shelf. So if you're in the LA area, you can get Tuskegee Heirs and Bridges.
Nice.
Uh, so that's a cool thing.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
I'll be sending other like so with Sadaka because I've been getting people have been asking me about that. I'm kind of phasing out the floppy issues, and
Mm-hmm.
we're with the publishing deal with Rosarium, we're gonna be just doing the graphic novel. So once that's up, we'll be trying to get those in store a lot of stores as well.
It's actually pronounced
As well,
Jurassic novel, but whatever,
yeah, I hear what you're saying, man,
man. Gotta
and I
say
will
it right.
I will put that in the suggestion box.
Say it right, boy. All the Jurassic novels that you done did.
But yeah, no, that process is cool because they're you know it's gonna be like in Barnes and Noble, like all those kind of places.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna be like the second week it comes out. We're scheduling a Barnes and Noble. It's at our remember our Barnes and Noble in the
Mm-hmm.
perimeter area.
Mm-hmm.
So when the publicist, she was like, "Are you familiar with that?" I was like, "Yeah, that used to be our outfit."
Right.
And remember, we had the Kinkos right next to it.
Right.
Yeah, no, we made a lot of magic happen over there. So I was
Right.
like, yeah, I'd love to do something there. That'll be kind of like a full circle moment.
Right.
But
Shay right.
yeah. So what's this? What's this right here?
So, all right. So, again, for those that don't know, while I am confident in my anatomy, I often want to see really cool angles
Mm-hmm.
that I've never drawn before. But I know exactly what I want, which is, like when you get up against a wall, like you're running and you're kind of
And
situating yourself out of cover,
yeah.
out of sight. I want to get that. Like Genesis is like hitting the wall first.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, like she slams her shoulder right here,
Mm-hmm.
but she got that, she got a crossbow kind of up here. She's holding it, you know, but I want to get that. I want to really, really make sure that feels like it's, she's trying to get away. Maybe there's cameras or something up here.
Mm-hmm.
We can get little details like that to say based on, okay, they land, right? They run. You know what I'm saying? Get out of the way. But you see what I
It's
mean?
hard to,
Like this, yeah, this could unfold. So by the time we get to end of 12, everybody's in their respective locations and situated where they're supposed to be.
okay. So I wanna, cause like, so what Ayana and Abel are gonna do. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
well, we don't have to get to that part yet.
I was gonna say
Um,
they're getting there's we should see them in
yeah,
position though, right?
yeah. We'll see them in position. I wanted to definitely have Slip looking pissed
Right.
because he's, you saw
Yeah.
the
Mm-hmm. Like
the
why
the,
I gotta
the
be
yeah, like I'm the weapon specialist. He needs to be like snapping, like going
right,
off.
right.
But then it'll come back, it comes back full circle. If
Mm-hmm.
you guys don't want spoilers, then too
We're
bad.
not
Y'all
gonna.
need to
We're
stay
gonna
up.
try to not like. We're gonna try to not say exactly what they're
Exactly
saying.
what's gonna. Yeah.
And
But
we've actually written the script so where you guys, I can literally show you all the script, and you guys
yeah, it's
get specific, exactly. We could literally put a disclaimer and say, things that you
excuse me,
see will not does not necessarily mean it's gonna show up exactly this way. So it might get some insight of what's happening. But, you ain't gonna know, maybe, unless you infiltrate Greg, which could happen.
guys.
So she's getting in place. But yeah, I gotta get some reference. I want to make sure I get that right. She's just like,
Yeah.
but it's like, we'll see the speed lines. Omar's on the opposite side over yonder. Maybe what do they call them? A Dutch curve? Isn't that what they call those in movies, in film? It's tilted, like the screen is tilted, and some people love them, some
Uh,
people hate them. I think it's a Dutch curve.
uh,
I can't remember. Some
I'm
people
learning something.
hate it in film. Oh, I can't stand a Dutch curve. I'm gonna do one because it's a different perspective, and I like that. But yeah, we'll get both of them situated and ready with their weapons. I'm gonna have Omar kind of doing the same, but he got to have his weapons ready. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
Yeah.
always ready to cut up something. You know what I'm saying? You got it. If it come down to it, that's all.
Sure. Correct.
Flipped off, man. Damn,
Two,
split it. Damn. All right, cool.
Man, you all over the place. You're doing rival rappers. Start
Right.
off with Biggie, now you're doing Dog Pound.
Listen, man.
Whoa.
Listen,
Take
it's
it
what?
easy.
It's
Take
what?
it easy.
Listen, how it works for a man in my man. Okay. So like that, situated. He's got his, posted up. Both of them posted up real good. We get reference for this, guys. Don't worry. This is just to block it out. Then see. Don't worry about it. These aren't the final positions, guys. Here's what it is.
And got
I
like for
know
the
what's
people
happening.
that are people, if you're just tuning in, we are also open. If you have any questions about the comic book making process or any of that, we try to share the stuff that we do know.
Oh
We don't
my
know
gosh, I'm
everything.
sorry. YouTube been asking all kind of
They're going
questions.
crazy.
Said, oh man, Brother Marcus has been demonetized. I wanted to contribute. How did I get demonetized? I don't know if that's true. But maybe it is. But guess what?
Man,
You ain't got to worry about that. What you want to do is send a nice cash app to Marcus the Visual. Do you guys make an Ebony Mage? Oh, not yet, bro. Not yet. That's gonna be something completely new. Ebony Mages is gonna be something new. I got that wrapping up. I got a really cool idea for that. That's gonna be something real dope. And Epiphany Engine. Greg, what happened with Epiphany Engine?
it's I think it's like they're on the last leg of production. I wrote I think there's 6 main chapters. I wrote the 5th one. So I know a lot. I don't know how much I'm supposed to tell, but I'll say although it is behind schedule, it never stopped being worked on. There were some issues that like and it's not anything scandalous or anything, but sometimes artists aren't able to keep going, different stuff. But they sent out a whatchamacallit recently, just saying that it's in construction.
Right.
I think it's going to be really good. From all the stuff that I got to see, I got to see a lot based off of where my story was.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to be cool. Really talented writers, talented artists, and the story is dope. So
Nice.
I think it's gonna be good. I like I said, I don't know everything about it, but I know that there's been some like people have made some posts, and some of that stuff is not 100% accurate from what I've seen.
Right.
But I do know it's coming. I'm sure of that.
Cool. That's cool. I did a cover for it, so
Yeah, Marcus did a
I'm looking
cover.
for I'm looking forward to my copy. Seeing what it is and what it ain't, what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Let me see. This is gonna go back here. Yeah. All right. Cool. So Genesis and Omar are in spot. What we got? Who's
What's up, Derek? I think Slip probably go first
Yeah.
to lighten it up a little, and then we can show Ayana and Abel, because there's gonna be the Ayana thing that hasn't been seen yet. Coming towards the end, so we can maybe use a couple of panels of her and Abel, like I think we could get good dialogue. There's something else I want to talk to you. We'll talk about it off the screen, but because
it's actually cold
a
out
super
here, right?
spoiler. Yeah, snow. It's
all right, cool. So there, we can actually get him looking really disgruntled and posted up in his spot, but they actually could have their hoodies on, aka ninja
Mm,
mode,
there you go.
as I like to call it. You know, it's windy. It's up high. They on the side of a cliff. Makes sense to me.
I just want him to be like disgruntled, like
Right.
nobody's business.
There. For those that don't know, the kids have this little that little tuft that goes around their neck right here. This little padding that goes around their neck on their jacket, on their
Hmm.
bomber jackets. With a slight modification, they can just hinge things, unzip a few things, unbutton a few things, and that turns into a hoodie. So they got multiple facets with their gear. Got different modes to it. Oh yeah, I forgot. So his maybe he's like just posted up with his hammer.
Hmm.
You know, just like holding that. Maybe it actually gets some heat. Like he's got it turning, and it's just kind of heat. It's kind of giving off some heat next to him. You know what I'm saying? That's a good way to keep warm up there. We got to show like actual winds. You know, it'll be like snow and stuff. He's posted up. Let's see. Maybe there is a. I'm trying to see if a way that I can actually show because he's on lookout. But let's say like if he's sitting up against the wall, but because he's disgruntled, he's not actually doing lookout.
Hmm.
But he's posted. He's posted. Got him.
Then we have space for her to be, like off panel on that bottom left, for
Mm-hmm.
her to be like saying, "Slip, you're on lookout," yada yada yada,
Right.
and then he could be like, "It's just some old."
Right.
He's not gonna say that because this book is appropriate for children,
It is for
but
children.
that's what he's gonna be feeling. That's what he's gonna be feeling.
Right. His emote. His emote.
Mm.
Wow. Wow.
This lady messaged me. She read the Satika, the graphic novel, and she's like, "How do you do this to where it's appropriate for kids,
Right.
but it captures like my adult brain?" And I was like, I just, it's something that you work at. You definitely have it in mind, but you know, just being a fan of kids
Yeah.
and having even though mine are grown now, but having them for so long, you just figure out how to work it. Um, and then there's certain topics, certain subjects you just don't go to. Just like how many times we've had people say, "Is this about the Tuskegee experiments?"
Right.
And it's like the number one. It's the question I hate the most. Like dealing with the public, like when people are coming up, because you get a lot of people. The only thing they know about Tuskegee is syphilis.
Right.
Um, so it's like, why would we? And it's not to say you hide things from kids, but it's
Right.
like we're not gonna, like hang a hat on, the syphilis experiments when there's so many, beautiful things that came from Tuskegee, whether it's the
Right.
university or the airmen, whatever. So
Right.
it's just weird, but yeah, we're just always trying to like make that balance to where and it's a cool thing because we have schools that buy these books,
Right.
and so yeah, it's pretty awesome. But then we can still tell a story to where grown people are like, when's the next one coming out?
Correct. 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 It's never gonna. That's we're never gonna really. Uh, That's a the I was gonna chime in and say there is an element that we have beneficially, which is as writers we both live through. We was talking about GoBots not too many days
Yeah,
ago. Transformers, you name it, man. Like all of these amazing shows that were able to reach massive audiences. Like it was technically kids shows, technically
hmm
speaking, but GI Joe had really cool elements in it. You know, Transformers, Optimus Prime
Transformers.
died. You know, how many times? But
And,
that's the kind of
and,
stuff to where that was heavy for a kid
yeah,
conceptually, but it was still made in a way that could be digested. I don't even know if it could live nowadays. Half of the stuff we actually watched as kids, man, I don't know if it could be
nothing. Like there's hardly any cartoons on TV. Period.
right. But I'm saying like in the same format
Oh yeah.
without any censorship, some of the stuff we were getting skirted the line a little bit of saying this may be too heavy, but it was okay back then. Goonies
It
didn't
was
have
right.
any. Yeah, Goonies
It
didn't
was.
have any rated such and such for such and such. Goonies was pretty raw, man. I was like, wait, I don't remember this. Kids, hold on.
Goonies is the goat.
Right,
So Al said he was born at the hospital at Tuskegee Institute. That's
nice.
amazing. See what I said?
Right,
See what I said?
right.
You know, all kinds of good things came from Tuskegee. I was born in Selma. I can't. I remember. I feel like the hospital was like Dallas County something or something. I don't know. But I was born in Selma. But I wish they would have drove me up to Tuskegee.
Right, right.
I wish they would have. But Selma, Selma's
Mm-hmm.
got its own historical importance, so I ain't,
Right,
I
right.
ain't tripping. Yeah, man.
Certainly.
I was
So,
taught. You ever mentioned GI Joe? Like some. So there's a man named Larry Houston, y'all. If y'all don't know who he is, he's an animator and a director and all the good things. And he worked on GI Joe and X Men and a lot of other cartoons that we loved. In my time. It's a black man. I didn't know this. I saw his. I watched so much GI Joe that I knew the name. And we
mm-hmm.
were at San
San
Diego
Diego.
Comic Con,
Mm-hmm.
and he walked up to the table and he was like, "I heard about this. It's really cool." He bought some copies, and then we just started chatting. And he was just really humble. Never said his name till the end. I went to shake his hand because it was a really good conversation. Shook his hand, and I was like, "I'm Greg, by the way." And he was like, "Hi, I'm Larry Houston." And I like, Larry Houston, and
Right.
he started smiling, and he was like, "You know who I am?" I was like, "I think so." I did not know you was black, and, and I like hugged him, and it was a great moment for me because, like, I'm telling you, man, some shows you could just tell, you could just feel that like a black person had a hand in it. So there was, in the room somewhere it was a black person that was putting impact on it. And so like those shows spoke to me in like ways, even like I don't know if he did Transformers, but even with Transformers, yeah, the robots were all robots, but they had voices where like they had Scatman Crothers, like they had voices where you feel like you could relate. So
Right.
that kind of stuff was
It was
always cool to me.
a freaking legend walking, a childhood.
Yeah,
Thank you, man, for a
right.
child.
Right, like X Men, and I got to ask him after that. I'm asking him all kinds of questions, and it was funny. He was telling me like with X Men, they didn't have oversight. It was like they just threw them together and was like make some stuff, and so they started making these dope, these
Crazy,
dope
crazy.
cartoons, and and then after a while, people are like, now that it's successful, now they people started wanting to give input, but
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was crazy. He's the man that came up with the GI Joe movie intro. Come on, y'all, which is goaded. It's like one of the best intros. The dun dun dun. Bam. That's so hard, man.
Right.
And they were gonna kill Duke in that, but because of because of all the backlash from killing Optimus Prime,
Right.
they just like put Duke in a coma and got him out the way. Because they
Right.
were gonna try to do something very similar,
Very similar, man. That's hardcore, man. I'm telling you, that was something that,
killing.
like, we. So when my daughter was young, that she was reading Warrior Cats. Was a
Mm-hmm,
it was like a novel series. Super, super,
mm-hmm.
super, super, super successful. Anything with cats in it, you're gonna get a whole bunch of people reading it. But it was like a novel series for young, young kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember reading about some of the backlash that was happening with the series, and I was like, "What's the problem?" Oh, some of the actual cats die in like battle. They were cats. They weren't like humanoid cats. They were just like cats having like a war or something. I don't know, but
Mm-hmm.
it was like I was like, okay, oh, like I mean, like gruesomely die. And I remember trying to figure out. So what do you mean? What do you mean? So some cats died. Got it. So what? I mean, where's the beef at? Like it was like gruesome or she's like no, cats just died. And some of the actual parents were very upset because their kids were like really emotionally traumatized. I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
You know who Optimus Prime is?
Look, I
We
watched.
had to we had to watch the leader of the Autobots give his life on
I watched.
television.
I watched. Look, I watched Optimus Prime take a 3 million cal shot shot to the abdomen,
Right,
and I had
man.
my little brother was in the theater. I don't know if he's still on, but
Right,
my brother was in the theater, and at the time he had to be like 4. So I'm hurt. I'm like
right,
struggling, but my
right,
brother is like dying on it. Like he literally got tears, and he's like, "Why did they
right.
kill Optimus?" That was a
Oh,
long,
dude.
long walk home, my man.
Right,
Like,
man. I
mm.
was like, so some cats died.
And I don't
Come on,
care to this
man.
day if you show me. Kelly tries sometimes. He'll like show me an image with Rodimus Prime. I hate that dude, man. I would fight him if I see him. I'm glad they didn't. I don't think they put him in any movies. They better not put him in any movies.
And try to
I
replace it.
hate him. I hate him. And then my thing was, if you were gonna kill Optimus, you had Ultra Magnus right there. But then I think he got clapped.
Right,
And I'm like, because Ultra Magnus was a cool design as
right,
well.
right, right.
Um, but yeah, they really it was tough,
It
man.
was tough,
It was
man. I
tough.
was like, you gotta understand, we had the toys to go alongside watching this as it, unfolded and
This
stuff. It
is
was like it
for
was like a
my
whole
home
ordeal,
man.
man, integrated into our homes, and we
Yeah.
got to watch our hero, you know, just give up his life for the good
This
of
is
it.
for my homies. Well, well.
Right? I was like, come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
We get some.
I hated Rodimus. I hated I hated his color scheme, like that magenta. With
Right.
like I hated everything about Rodimus Prime.
It's tough,
Like
man. It's some
they
hard
had
times.
it was like a new like everybody else. So we had all these guys. They were like cars that we were seeing, and then they put together that like futuristic hot rod type crap.
Right.
I wanted to fight.
Yep.
Yeah, Al knows what I'm talking about. That GI Joe theme song was so hard, man. Crashing through the night. Boy, that was good. The movie, but the intro,
Right. I
because
see
they
how
tried
that was.
in that movie they did a lot of like they were trying to sell new toys as well, so they were bringing in all these extra people.
Right.
What they did with Cobra Commander, that was and Roadblock, that was pretty despicable.
Right.
But it was the times. It was the times.
Yes. I was like, okay, man, we dealt with a lot of really, really important storytelling that was somehow appropriate for television and or children. But we've learned, we've also lived through censorship, so we know what not to do now. We
Yeah.
don't want to traumatize
Yeah.
anybody. You know, though
Yeah,
we talked about faking some people out, like some adults thought we
mm,
were, trying to go for the jugular and actually kill off one of our characters in the first issue. It was like, come on now, why would you think that? Keep reading, just keep reading. Oh,
yeah, they got mad about
you better not kill her. What? No, I mean we did that on purpose. We made you think we did, but we saved it in the same book, so she wasn't gone for a long time. Stuff like
But
that.
man, like you talk about, like we were coming up out like in a time where if it was if it was animated, it was automatically for kids. There's all kind of stuff you go back and look, and my
Right.
kids used to, my daughter especially, she'd be like, "Grandma used to let you watch this when you were a kid." I was like, "Hey, she didn't know. She had to work. She had to work.
Right.
She didn't know that these things were going so deep." But
Right.
there's a lot of stuff because that was one of the things I wanted my kids to understand evolution and understand the progression of things. So I would show them a lot of stuff that we loved when we were kids, and they would end up digging it. But some stuff, it would be them that was like, "So you were a kid watching this? You wouldn't have let me watch this when I was 8." I'm like,
Right.
"Yeah, that's true." you know, you live and you learn. you
Right. Right. All right. Where should Ayana be, man? If she's posted, she's doing
Mhm.
her long distance, or is she close to the building? You think?
So I think at the end on this last panel, um, could be her, where she gives that little command to Gina.
Yeah.
Um, so in between, we know she's with Abel. I think they should be like close in proximity.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you think she should be like on the other side? The other side
I
where
think
they're.
I was about to say I'm thinking it should be something where she's perched, so she can it's kind of a three. Everybody's all the bases are covered, so to speak.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm thinking. It could be where she's got watch over everybody, so to speak.
Okay.
Is what I'm thinking.
So then, yeah, have her like on a perch, like a little bit. Yeah, yeah, that works.
I'm trying to get.
Nowhere to run to, nowhere
I
to
think I
hide.
can get Slip in here where he's actually responding. Not wait, he's not yelling, is he? Maybe he's just disgruntled.
Yeah, I already know it's like how to do that.
Right.
And then him being from California too.
Right.
I ain't made for this. This ain't my kind of weather.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Good stuff, man. So this is a good way to kind of give you guys a taste of what you're gonna see. I'll do these because if I can knock out these are pretty fun panels actually. But it's still character driven for the most part, so I could potentially knock these out before Monday.
Mm-hmm.
That way we can actually just hit the ground running on 13. And we like, listen, man, that's you got it. Don't understand how unique this is. Like I can see the end of the tunnel.
Yeah,
The colors
so
are coming
Chris,
out good. This is
as
fantastic.
long as long as we don't add
Long
page.
as we keep right, right.
I can't remember what book it was. I'm like, cool, we're done. Mark's like, not actually. I had to go back and
we got
add
so
like a
we got
couple
a
more
little
pages.
post production. That's okay, but you know what I'm saying. Like, but I can see the end of the tunnel, man. This is fantastic. Having a good time, doing good work. Just getting her done, man. What we got? Excellent, you guys on. Go. Appreciate you, man. Or should I keep this hammer right there? Or should I move it?
Al said when he heard that song, he went to Audio Galaxy and downloaded the OST. What is an OST?
Original
What I
soundtrack.
did,
Original
okay.
soundtrack. Yeah.
What I did was I put my boombox next to the TV and press record.
Right.
I was what? What was I? I think I was like 11 or 12, and I ain't had no money, so boop. Used to
That's the right way
snatch
to do.
stuff off
That's the
the.
right way to do things.
Bruh, like that's another thing I was telling my daughter how I used to make mixtapes off the radio,
Right.
and she was like, "How long would that take?" Like, that's not important. But sometimes it would take, it might take a couple of weeks because you got to get the right song.
Right.
And then you had like the DJs that would be talking. So you had to like try to get it when they're not talking. It was real tough, man. It was real tough.
Right.
Times was different. Like, we would let the kids that had money buy like cassettes, like the real tape, and then let me hold it, and then dub it. Then they started doing the thing where they would block it so you couldn't record it. But then we figured out if you stuck a little thing down in the little divot, it would block the blocker.
Correct.
Boom, it was on.
Yeah.
And don't let me start with pause beats where you're taking a song off the radio and you basically recording. You have to have, it's a long process, but you basically have to record like one beat, one bar, and then go back and then add another one until you make a beat with it.
Good times, man.
Exhausting.
Good times. Poor children. There's no analog process that they got, man. Think about that. They don't even have Walkmans, really. They just have phones. The phones last all day. They don't even got to change out batteries.
You don't have to like worry about scratching up your vinyls or getting them dirty. Right. You have to get new needles for your turntable. Like, man,
you remember the CD de-scratchers?
Mm-hmm.
What do they got? The smoothers? I don't know what they call them. Just repair the disc with that. If you got a scratch in it, because you're just gonna get a scratch in it. That's bound to happen. You're good with protecting your stuff. Good job, but it's the way of the world, man. Or you reburn it. That's even after cassettes, man. That's crazy.
I was watching this podcast. It's a basketball player named Jeff Teague. He was going to Wake Forest college. He was a basketball player, and he got called into his coach's office one night, and it's like, "Son, what the hell are you doing?" And he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And it's like you downloaded like $10,000 worth of music on Napster or something. He was like, "What?" Like, we was just doing stuff, man. I remember when Napster came out, all them viruses we was downloading.
Yeah, it just was free, man. It took a little bit of patience to get it all on there.
A lot, because some of them songs would take 2 hours to download.
Like, you just leave it alone and come back, go play, go do something else.
Go make dinner.
Correct. And if it didn't work, that was disappointing. But you're like, all right, let me figure out what I did wrong. Just go back at it, man. It was good times. All right, there's two ways that I can do Ayana. I want to show the vantage point that she's at, and to show this like how far she is and how she's, got everybody covered. So I'm going over the shoulder, and if she's far enough away, that shows you, that she does have a good view of the base, kind of a deal. But she's she's the Hawkeye right now. Mama bird, so to speak. She got it. She got an eyeball on everybody.
That's cool.
we did good. We did good. I listen. This was important. I wanted you guys to kind of get a scope of what this looks like. This process. We sketched out 2 pages. I know it seems like a lot, but it does really help for you guys to know that this is not magic. this
And
happens.
this is
This
and
happens.
at least
Really,
this is
really analog.
this is also like very legible, like
Right,
compared
right.
to compared to like some of it, like where Marcus would be the only person that would understand it. I'd be like, okay, so I know you're working on this page, but what the hell is happening
Right.
here?
What's that right there? Oh, that's his leg.
Oh,
Okay, cool, cool.
yeah, no, that's he's eating spaghetti. You can see that last noodle flipping. No, I don't see none of that. I don't see none of that.
Right. Yeah, so she's perched real high, right? Got the mountain ranges. We got all this stuff. We probably got a few other facilities. Clock. She's got Abel. She's got Slip. And then we got Omar and Genesis infiltrating and posted up, ready to go ahead and get in. And then on 13, they actually are getting. Now we caught up because we're describing
Yeah.
all throughout. This is what you're going to be doing. You guys infiltrate, get in, Slip. You get over here and get this post up. And he's like, I don't know why I got to do it. Abel, you get over there. Abel could audibly say something. I think I like the idea of him audibly, like saying it. They could
Oh
say
yeah.
it, just not be loud with it,
It
right?
can, yeah, it can be, but they also are working with earpieces and stuff, so
Correct.
he could just be like in position check,
Right.
I ain't no damn position. It's cold. Oh,
Yeah.
and Ayana
Ayana like got
right
the chatter.
there, yeah, and then right there, this can
We
be
could
where
put.
she gives
Mm-hmm.
that last little order to Gina,
There you
and
go.
then we go. The next couple of pages are dedicated to the Omar and Genesis on the
Right.
uh interior thing.
See y'all. This was fun. I appreciate y'all hanging in there. Um, if any of this needs tweaking, like literally like Michael tweaks, like I said, I'm gonna get reference for the
Mm-hmm.
poses. I want to make sure it feels like they're running. I want to make sure it feels like they hit the ground right, hit the
Mm-hmm.
wall, all that stuff. I want to make sure this wind looks like it hurts. you know, uh, all of these things, man, are just coming.
Maybe have a little bit of frost growing on his
You're
face.
right. Yeah. Like literally looks like it's just ow. But all of this will be, edited visually just to make sure it all comes through. But this is a pretty cool way to get the same story across.
Yeah.
But some
No,
really, really
that's
dope.
it's like, oh, look at me. I don't want anything to look regular. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. You're not fooling me.
But
I'm out for fame. Boy, this is because I still. Can you go back to the finish of page 10?
which one? Mm-hmm.
I, I'm telling you, like that panel, the way Omar and you got the sleek uh, curvature of
Yeah.
everything.
It's
That's
gonna look
like,
good.
sheesh.
It's gonna look good, man. Lighting is gonna be real important on these panels, and I really want to find some reference for Rodney. I found
Mm-hmm.
some of these online,
Mm-hmm.
but even this is not really as powerful as I want it because um, it's like I want there to be a really like a mood to it. I want the
Mm-hmm.
mood to come out. So I gotta actually find an example of the actual mood, or just kind of play with the color palette. But it's
Mm-hmm.
not like it's. I don't want it to be super super dark, but it's like everything
That
that's in
kind of
here. There's blues and all of these things that are in this cockpit. There's like the warm tones that are coming from we're from from Shield's atmosphere. Where she is, it's gonna be warm
mm-hmm.
colors. So I want those to be
Mm-hmm.
bouncing off as well. But at the pilot level, you got all these instruments and all this blue. You know what I mean, bouncing up at them. So it's gonna be a lot of cool. I'm gonna definitely get Rodney some reference, but this shot makes me happy because of like all of the different elements get to shine really well. And I want them to really like bring this to life, like the actual glowing nature of these little
Yeah.
pop up panels. It's gonna be dope. But this is I don't think I used as much black in previous issues, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it now because I think it's a nice little touch. And again, the style is meant to be a cross between animation and comic, so I'm using a lot more black to kind of block out
Yeah.
shadows and all that good stuff. So it's
As long as they're not like, I know the thing Rodney don't like is if there's like a lot of cross hatching
oh yeah,
and a
yeah,
lot of and it's just because
yeah.
he wants to get his stuff off, and I get it. So
Right,
I've had I had to tell people, yeah, don't worry about coloring hair and all that kind of stuff. He'll handle all of that.
right,
Because he'll be like, why are they doing all of this? I don't need that. I'm an artist. Let me do
yeah,
my
man.
thing. So
Yep.
yeah.
And I trust him with all of the his ability to really block out tones as well as that boy did that skin tone off of one image, bro.
Man, man.
Come on, man. Y'all watch me do that skin tone from Scrizatch. Rodney did it just off one piece of reference. That's an artist. That's why I like that. Wow, that boy good. So if you see this, I may actually zoom out just a tad.
Mm-hmm.
Just a tad. I think I got everything I want. I want her to be like really posted up. And you
Mm-hmm.
get the scale of how far she is. And I think that's good. I kind of want to see her feet, but it's all right. If I need to, I may zoom out just so I can kind of get her posted up. She'll be actually, hold on. I figured it out. I got it. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. I knew there was something. I was like, how do I get her locked out? So what we're gonna do here? We're gonna break what they call panel. We're gonna break panel. She comes up a little bit into slips panel here.
Mm-hmm.
Break. There. Let's go. We're gonna cut that. We're gonna paste that, and then we're gonna make sure that comes nice and
Have we?
then.
Oh,
Huh?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was Al asked the question. Have we haven't shown them actually getting into their flight decks yet, have we?
Let me see. Let me see.
Because he's asking how did they
Yeah.
get in? I know we talked about, we went
Mm-hmm.
over like a few different
My
like a
brain,
little.
my brain was getting confused. We did it's in the animatic that we did for the Kickstarter initially.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Uh, that's on YouTube. I can pull it up, but it's we show probably Abel jumping into the
Yeah.
cockpit, but not in the comic. I don't think we've actually shown
Uh,
them like literally stepping up in, putting a seatbelt on, you know, all that
mhm.
stuff. It's a dope shot, and again, that's one of the problems with comics is we
It's
have
the,
to we gotta like
the
pick our battles of saying, okay, do we have time and panel real estate to actually show 3 to 4 different panels of them hopping into their cockpit? Do we have the story real estate, so to speak?
yeah.
Yeah.
So and he's asking, yeah. So right now it's a manual jump, but we've talked about like, because it's futuristic,
Yeah.
and we're doing stuff with cycle generators and stuff. Maybe I know we've talked about like if there's a kind of not like a beam up, but like a
Or for them
like a
starting,
pool.
or
Yeah, like so if they're like if you're on the ground and you got to get to your ship
oh,
fast, you shouldn't have
gotcha,
to have like a ladder and all that stuff at this point.
gotcha. I think it's an in-game process though. I think it's literally something that they can actually jump up. The jet. They've if you look at issue 1, you see the
Mm-hmm.
scale of them compared to the Jets. The
Mm-hmm.
Jets are fairly low to the ground, actually. So it's I don't think it would have to be too.
It
It
doesn't
wouldn't
have
be
to
too
be.
impossible for them to get up in there.
Yeah, and they're
Uh,
and they're and they're like super athletes.
correct.
So
Yeah.
yeah, but I think going, especially when we release some of the other technology down the
Mm-hmm.
road and all of that, it can, it's worth like, because I know we talked about for like the bigger with the, remember the tank battalion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff. We
Get a
just
lot of
have,
stuff.
it's just, but like we talked about them because some of them, at least one of them, is going to need. And we were talking about how when they get into their bomber, because
Right.
they still, they fly in a bomber.
Right.
So, but yeah, we'll get into it. Right now, it's
Mm-hmm.
manual though.
Mm-hmm. Show you right. It could be Flight of the Navigator if we really wanted to push it. You know, those stairs just pop out. You know, I'm not against that. Technology is cool. Yeah, we got some cool. In the animatic, it looks like Abel like jumps into the actual
Yeah,
seat.
hops
Yeah.
in.
Mm-hmm. Grabs a hold of the controls and stuff. All right, I'm happy with that. Y'all watched it. Hopefully, it's not too much chicken scratch.
No, this is really good.
I'm gonna be
Good.
excited drawing that, man. I got to make sure all of that feels really good. Lighting is gonna be important here. So shadows, while shadows are being, the light is coming from the bottom down,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like there's lights and stuff on the facility, but there's
Mm-hmm.
light. He's peeking over the edge. Abel's peeking over the
Man,
edge.
this might be
Yes.
my favorite page.
Slip is across the way.
Mm-hmm.
Abel is here, but the lighting is gonna be, and then there's moonlight because it's nighttime. It's gonna be hitting them, so I got to make sure to actually emphasize there's multiple. There's at least two light sources coming from the bottom where the lights are on the facility, and then the moon is hitting them on the back. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. This is gonna be a really dynamic. I like this.
Ah, it's crazy.
Cool, cool.
Crazy.
All right, we did it, y'all. We did it.
Here come Teresa calling me out. You say that about every page. Yes, it's true. Okay, it's
All right,
true. What you want me to
all right.
do? I gotta be me.
All right, I'm gonna copy one of these. So this is page 12 and 13. Let me flatten this, and I'm going to set these pages up for work. And I gotta draw tonight, man. What does it feel like to know that you gotta still draw some more tonight? I ain't done.
Same. It feels like man. So I got good feedback on my script by the major player, like the person who says yay or nay.
Right?
Uh, so I'm happy about it. But I got a little bit more to do because I needed this final conversation with this person today. So I'll be happy. Not that not that I'm not having a great time, but I would just be happy to get that one like approved. I
Right.
can move on to the next. But
Nice.
it's good times. But it's also not a lot of sleep going on in these parts.
I got you. I got you. Appreciate it on YouTube, man. Said much love to you guys. Love the story, man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate
Thank
you.
you, thank you, thank you.
Make sure you guys get your pre-orders in. I'm gonna make sure I post this weekend as I'm working this stuff out, man. I want you guys to at least be able to see how how it's coming along. But I'll put the link to the pre-order page again in the stories.
I think something else because I was really digging in. So a lot of people are sharing, but when they
Mm-hmm.
share, of course, nobody sees it. So I think we got to start putting the link inside of the content.
Okay.
So like it's
Oh yeah,
don't
see, and that's a
don't.
weird thing. I saw somebody format one that was really dope, but it was for YouTube. But I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Because if you're putting a link in the post,
Mm-hmm.
so like just like putting the link on in the image or whatever,
Right.
is gonna probably get more. Because anytime they see links, they're like, "Screw you guys."
Right.
I hate them so much, man. I don't hate them. That's strong. I
It's
just
very
like this,
strong, right?
the like what they've done. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Social media was bringing people together, allowing people to to share and thrive, and now it's like you only get they limit everything that comes to you. Man. It's terrible. Watch that. If you haven't seen it, The Great Hack. Watch that on Netflix. It's not. It's not even. I think it's just one episode. Like it's a movie type of thing. But watch it. It's gonna make you throw up.
Oh man, I don't want to throw up though.
You need to throw up, man.
No, I mean I have a pretty good record. What was that, Seinfeld?
It builds character.
Pretty good. Right, I'm doing pretty good this year, and last year, man, I haven't really had to do that.
Builds a lot of character, man.
It just hurts. Pretty sure. That was violent throw up. That's one of those things. Not too excited for those.
Just like you know, it is 9:51.
Yeah, I'm about to ride.
This is not me trying to rush you, by the way.
No. I looked at the time. I was like, I can probably keep panels in.
You ain't gonna have my baby girl waiting around for you to get there. Get there.
Yeah. All right, y'all. It looks good, man. I think these are gonna be dope panels. I'm not even afraid of that facility right now, so that works out. So,
all right, man.
All right. Y'all be good, man. Thank y'all for joining. As always, good looking out. More to come. Thank you guys for letting us bring this process to y'all live. And many more. Teresa, keep Greg accountable. Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Peace. And then we ride out.